topic today is Jordan Speith, and what's he working on? Well, my great friend John Buchanan, who used to teach for me, he's now at Dallas Country Club and has his own facility in downtown Dallas, doing a great job there. We talk often, and he sent me a video clip that was done by Mike's Golf Shop. So it's out there, but I wanted to show you a couple things to give you my opinion on what Spieth was trying to do. So I'm going to go to the screen here and show you this practice swing that he was doing. I'll play it, and we'll take a look at it. So really keeping the right elbow down, and then look at this big shallowing move that he makes. And I'll slow all this down for you, and we'll also watch him hit one. And then also swinging the club back to the inside. I'll show you how he does that. So here he goes, kind of keeping the elbows closer together. Very different than some of the things he's talked about in the past. Spieth is amazing because in the press, he'll talk to you about everything he's doing. Most tour players won't do that, but he actually will talk about what he's doing. However, I've not heard him talk about this. Now, one thing I do know is Spieth went to see Steve Stricker. He was advised by somebody at the PGA on the tour, the PGA Tour, to go see Stricker. And the reason for doing that is Steve Stricker went through a terrible time. He was one of the top players on the PGA Tour, and he just dropped off the map, and he just couldn't figure anything out. I think he saw some teachers, but finally he just went home with his good friend Don Edwards, talking to Donnie, basically did it himself and just worked on getting a swing that would work. So one of the things that you see in Stricker's swing are the elbows are pretty close together. So I see Spieth doing that. Pretty interesting. And then this shallowing move is something that we see a lot of teachers working on. And of course, in a top golf swing on the PGA Tour, all tour players shallow the club. So Stricker probably got him to try to get the club a little more on plane on the backswing, which Steve does. He has a little bit of rotation there, a little bit of this on the backswing. And then let's take a look at Spieth here again as he's doing this. I'll kind of stop it here he's looking at his hands. You can see that interlock grip with his forefinger off the club, which is pretty interesting, but he's always done that. Now here we go, and he really lays this club down. Now when you lay the club down and rotate, the shaft is almost horizontal to the ground right here. And the one thing that's interesting here is how open he's got the club face. So you'd have to correspond the shallowing move with also the supination of the left arm to square the club up. But then he also does this round move where he really releases the golf club, really lets it go here on his practice swing. So I'm sure this is what Jordan Spieth has been working on. He hasn't really talked to us about this, but going into the players, this might be interesting to see if he's still doing this on the range. So now let's just take a look at Jordan's swing in full motion. I'll pull it up here for you, and we'll play it. He's hitting a fairway wood. This was after he was doing his practice drill. We can see, when you do the full swing, pretty tough to tell if you're actually doing exactly what you were trying to do. The practice swing, by the way, is an exaggeration, of course. And a lot of tour players and a lot of good golfers will make very exaggerated practice swings, especially when you're trying to ingrain a new move. You do a exaggerated practice swing, as you saw Jordan do there. Then when you actually hit the ball, you might feel like you're doing it, but it'll generally be a pretty tough thing to see. I think what you can see here, and I will slow this down and show you, he's got this club. It's not the greatest angle, not the angle I used to study video, but you can see that shaft's pretty good. It's about on a 45-degree angle, which is kind of in the slot idea of the slot swing. And that's what tour players are trying to do, get the club in a position where they can just let go. Rotate the body and swing the arms through. No independent wrist action. Again, this is a bad angle. You know, one of the things we could see is the shaft on his right forearm. That's really good too, but again, it's not a great angle. And this would be where the club comes out. Jordan always has that little chicken wing looking left arm, but the club you can see is coming out pretty good to the left. And he played great at Pebble Beach, and that's where this is shot, Pebble Beach. Hope you enjoyed it.